Hello everyone, myself Deepa Singh, working as assistant professor in CANVIAR School of Pharmacy, SGU Jaipur. Today we discuss about the tablet. This is the second unit of Industrial Pharmacy 1, fifth sem subject. And in this topic, we mainly include the introduction part of the tablet, means what are the tablet, and the introduction part and the classification of the tablet, different type of tablet, which type of tablet is used for a particular purpose, and different classification, excipients used in tablet and different excipient and list of the excipients. So starting for this topic, we should know about this learning objects, and in learning object, first we know about brief introduction or brief description about the tablet, and second is advantages and disadvantages of the tablet, means introduction of the tablet, what is the tablet definition, and the general knowledge about tablet and advantages and disadvantages of the tablet. Next is classification of the tablet according to different uses and the excipient used in the tablet, different excipient including example, and how you use this excipient with appropriate concentration, or how you manage the concentration of this excipient according to requirement, and the compatibility study or particular excipient according to their purpose, means role of that excipient in particular formulation. All this you study in this topic. So start this topic. Before, we should know about introduction part of the tablet. In the introduction part of the tablet, first is tablet is defined as compressed solid dosage form containing medicament with or without excipient. Means a tablet is a compressed solid dosage form. Without compression, tablet do not form. You know that different types of granulation technique, dry granulation, wet granulation, and direct compression. All these three techniques include compression method. Without compression, you do not form this solid dosage form, and this tablet may contain medicament or with or without medicament. Means in this tablet may contain a drug or without drug or without excipient. This is depend on the type of tablet, and according to Indian Pharmacopoeia or pharmaceutical tablet are solid, flat, biconvex, and a unit dosage form. Means according to Indian Pharmacopoeia or certain standard book, this pharmaceutical tablet are mainly you say that are solid dosage form, flat in surface, biconvex indices, and unit dosage form, and prepare by compressing drug or by mixture of the drug. Means you compress maybe single drug or maybe combination of a drug with or without diamond, maybe use certain excipient or without this excipient. Means you directly compress your drug also, but it requires sufficient amount to compress easily, or maybe use in a combination of the drug or with or without excipient. And in this advantages of the tablet is they are unit dosage form, offer the greatest capability of all oral solid dosage form, greatest dose precision, and latest content variability. These tablets are largely used if you compare all formulation in your market. So this tablet approximately largely used due to their good capability or greatest dose precision or easily formation method, or easy to take a method, or less content variability. So this method is more appropriate and largely used in market, and for the formulation of a particular tablet according to their users. Next is cost of lowest oral dosage form. Oral dosage form also easy to prepare, less cost is required, economically is also affordable. Next is lighter and compact. The weight of the tablet is very light and compact in size. You can put this tablet anywhere, maybe in your purse or maybe anywhere due to the lighter or compact in size. Next is easiest and cheapest to package and strip. Means easily pack or packing is also easy, and cost wise it is also very cheap, and strip packing is convenient to anyone. Anybody had this strip packing, easy to swell with least tendency for hang up. You can easily swell, and their tendency is also good, and no required skilled person is required for this particular administration. You can take your own self. And next is sustained release product is possible by enteric coating. You can prepare sustained release tablet also by preparing certain enteric coating tablet or by enteric coated formulation with the help of certain type of polymer. This enteric coated mainly prepared for the interstitial release or intestine release, and enteric coating is done by with the help of certain polymer which directly release or show effect in your intestine, not any other part of the body. So you can also prepare sustained release type of the tablet And in this advantages, other advantages is objectionable or durable bitter taste can be masked by coating technique. If a certain tablet have a bad odor or test, then you also overcome this taste by masking the test or by coating method. If you coat the tablet or maybe improve the taste of particular tablet. And sustainable large scale production. Large scale production is also possible. You can manufacture in a large amount or large industrial level. Next is greatest chemical and microbial stability or oral solid dosage form. This tablet will have a good chemical and microbial stability because it has chances of microbial contamination or bacterial growth. And chemically, it's the most stable. Do not show any degradation or any problem during storage. So when we compare all oral solid dosage form, this tablet are the best according to chemical as well as microbial stability. And next is product identification is easy, rapid, require no additional step when employing emboss and monographed punch base. You can also add certain additional excipient as well as identification test or the evaluation test is also easy. Anybody perform this test or maybe you perform a lab scale also. You can say overall tablet are the best oral or maybe oral solid dosage form or solid dosage form according to economical purpose, according to good of administration or manufacturing purpose, as well as stability also good as compared to any other formulation. Next is disadvantages of the tablet dosage. And disadvantages are difficult to swallow in case of children and conscious patient. Some children show problem or do not swallow this tablet easily due to the bad taste or bitter in taste. And unconscious patient is also don't take this type of tablet. This is a major problem. And the next is sometimes digest compression into dense compact, moving amorphous nature, low density character. Some molecules who have amorphous property or amorphous in nature have a low density character. So they are also so compaction problem. They are do not compact easily or do not compress easily during formulation. Next is drug with poor wetting and slow dissolution property. Those drugs who have poor wetting property or slow dissolution property do not dissolve fast or do not dissolve easily. Optimum absorption in GI tract and be difficult to formulate or manufacture as a tablet. They will still provide adequate or full drug viability. Means if your drug is a poor wettability or do not show effect in GIT or maybe difficult show effect in GIT or difficult to formulate or manufacture as a tablet dosage form. In this condition, you maybe use any other alternative formulation if the tablet dosage form is not appropriate according to viability and any other formulation parameter. Next is bitter tasting drug. Drug with objectionable odor and drug that can are sensitive to oxygen may require encapsulation or coating. In such cases, capsule may offer the best lowest cost. Suppose your drug have a bad odor or weight test, or due to this, they may be oxidized in presence of oxygen. In this condition, to overcome this problem, we require to convert your tablet in encapsulation or maybe in a coating form. You coat your tablet with certain polymer and to overcome this problem. In this condition, if you use this encapsulation coating technique, it may take more time or more cost. Instead of this preparing tablet, you can prefer capsule for this purpose. So these are the some disadvantages of the tablet. Otherwise, tablet are the best formulation and largely used. And next is different types of the tablet and different types of the tablet. First is tablet ingested orally. In tablet ingested orally, first is compressed tablet. Compressed tablet means directly you compress all your excipient and drug with the help of dyes and pinches. No specific granulation or any other technique is required. In this example is paracetamol tablet. You just take all excipient required for your tablet and all excipient or drug are directly compressed with the help of dyes and pinches. And next is multiple compressed tablet. This multiple compressed tablet mainly for multiple layer form and this by multiple compression process and in this multiple compressed tablet mainly released in a dosage form. First layer is released and then second release. Means they are compressed and it takes place multiple times, multiple compressed tablet. Next is repeat action tablet. In such some controlled release tablet, repeat action is required. Suppose you formulate 500 mg tablet and first dose is 100 mg is required and after 2 hours again 100 mg is required. This repeated dose action is required. In this condition, you also prepare this tablet, repeat action tablet. And the next is sterile release tablet, like enteric coating vasopodal tablet. Certain tablets require for degree release or maybe enteric coating that try to release in intestine or do not get released in GI tract. So in this condition, the release tablet is formed. In this enteric coated tablet, you coat your tablet with certain polymer that do not release any other part of your body. And next is sugar coated tablet. In sugar coated tablet, multivitamin tablet mainly prepare and coat the tablet with sugar coating material or any sweetening agent. This is tablet mainly used for certain overcome or bitter taste or odor, and formulation mainly when you prepare for children's. And next is film coated tablet. In film coated tablet, you just make one film of polymer in your tablet. In this metronidazole tablet, for example. Next is chewable tablet. This tablet you can easily swallow without using any water content or any other solvent, and you just fill your tablet. And these tablets are mainly like candy, and mainly this type of tablet is prepared for the purpose of as antacid or acidic problem, like antacid tablet. Next, second type is tablet used in oral cavity. In oral cavity, first is Buccal tablet. In this tablet on the Buccal root, and sublingual tablet is Vicks Menthol tablet. In this, you use this tablet on sublingual root, and the Troches and lozenges is also used for certain strepsilla type formulation. Dental cone mainly for dental preparation or dental problem. Next, fourth, the third type is tablet administered by other route, means other than this route. Implantation tablet, these tablets are implanted to a particular part of your body or control release or long period of a time. This tablet is mainly prepared. Next is vaginal tablet. In this Crosscarmellose tablet, this is mainly certain bacterial fungal glue tablet and for vaginal problem. And out of this, there are four types tablet used to prepare solution. Means before using this tablet or before administration of this tablet or taking by oral to prepare solution form, and you take that particular solution. In this first is effervescence tablet. In this Disprin tablet or aspirin, and effervescence tablet are the tablet. First you take your tablet in a water and it forms effervescent solution, and you take that effervescent solution. And dispersing tablet means you just add your tablet on particular solution in disperse phase, and in this example is enzyme tablet like Diziflex. Next is hypodermic tablet, and the fourth one is tablet triturate. In this enzyme tablet like Diziflex use, means in triturate tablet you take your tablet, triturate them, then you can take that tablet or maybe prepare a solution form and take that solution. Next is tablet ingredient. For manufacturing of is very important, because if you do not select proper or put the ingredient, there may be chances that your tablet get degrade or do not show sufficient effect, or maybe show stability problem during storage. It may be get degrade. So proper manufacturing, good manufacturing of the tablet, proper selection of the tablet excipient is very necessary, and if certain excipient show problem or do not compress easily, in this condition you use alternate excipient or maybe change your excipient. And this ingredient, additive active ingredient tablet contain number of inert material known as additive or excipient. And means if you prepare a tablet, in this condition first you require API or active ingredient or drug, and with the help of certain excipient to compress your drug with the help of the dry granulation, vivid granulation or dry compression method. And certain excipient that is used for the tablet manufacturing are mainly like diluent, binder, adhesive. Diluent is mainly to maintain the sufficient weight. Suppose all excipient or are not have sufficient weight to compress the tablet. The drug may don't have sufficient weight to compress it easily. In this condition, you add diluent for making that particular amount of a weight. And E is a binder and adhesive. In this binder and adhesive is used to easily bind all ingredient or compress the tablet to make sufficient hardness. Next is disintegrant. Disintegrant are mainly responsible for releasing of a drug or breaking out of the tablet into fine particle. It's a very important. This disintegration concentration or type of disintegration you select according to a type of tablet if you are preparing super disintegrate tablet, in this case you require super disintegrating agent, and if you require controlled release formulation, then in this condition you use a certain such type of disintegrant which ensures slow release or slow breaking down of the tablet. So this disintegration concentration and type of the disintegration will depend on the type of the formulation, type of the tablet. Next, fourth excipient is lubricant and gradient. Lubricant and gradient are also very important excipient, and these excipient may be used to increase or enhance the flow property of the tablet or granules or maybe any particles. So this lubricant and gradient improves flow property of particle. And next is coloring agent. Coloring agent not required for all types of the tablet. This is depend on the tool. If you prepare coloring colored tablet, then in this condition you should use this coloring agent, or this color should be FDA approved or certain officially given color. You do not use any type of the color, and the concentration is also fixed in your pharmacopoeia. So if you prepare color tablet or mainly for children preparation tablet, in this condition use coloring agent. Next is flavoring agent. Flavoring agent is also not necessary to all type of the tablet. If you improve certain bitter taste or provide some flavors to a tablet, or maybe manufacture from liquid tablet which have a good flavor. So in this condition, you also use this flavoring agent. This flavoring agent is also requires similar conditions same to a coloring agent, which are FDA approved and a specific concentration. And sweetening agent is also used if your tablet have a bad taste, or maybe you prepare or overcome this taste or prepare tablet for small children. In this condition, use sweetening agent, and ratio or concentration of sweetening is also specified. It's not too much. If you use a sweetening agent more amount and not proper pharmacopoeia guideline uses, in this condition, some sugar patient don't use this particular tablet. So this coloring, flavoring, and sweetening agent you use according to requirement at a specific amount, and they should be given in a particular standard book or maybe in a pharmacopoeia. These all are the ingredients used in tablet. Next are the functions of this excipients. In this, different types of excipient used for different purpose. And in this function part, first impart weight, accuracy, volume, and allow accurate dose. Suppose you have prepared a 1 gram tablet, and after compiling all excipient and your drug, there's only 700 or 800 mg in the weight, so it don't compress easily and show certain problem during compression. In this condition, you will some diluent and some other excipient to improve or enhance the weight. So this excipient may be used to impart the weight, accuracy, and volume of your tablet to compress easily. Next is improve solubility. If you are using certain excipient, those who enhance the solubility or improve the solubility. So in this condition, the solubility of the particular compound is also improves, increases stability. For enhancing or improving stability, you can use this excipient. Next is modifying drug release. You can also modify a formulation or drug release process with the help of some excipient. Next is assess product identification. You identify a product, or maybe assess product are easily identified that by use certain color or certain symbol for identify that particular formulation. You can see that a certain tablet have a certain mark or symbol or color. This is mainly for identification of particular tablet. Next is increase patient acceptability, to improve the patient acceptability or make more acceptable or maybe elegant product. Facilitate dosage form design and form good dosage form and design it. In this excipient part, first is diluent. Diluent are the filler used to make required bulk of the tablet, and the drug dosage itself is adequate to produce the bulk. Means these diluent is very important to manufacturing of the tablet, because it provides the sufficient weight to the tablet or make the sufficient weight of the tablet, and this is a inherent or do not show any side effect, and you use according to your requirement, and it should have adequate way to produce the bulk form. And secondary reason is to provide better tablet properties such as improved cohesion and to permit use of direct compression, manufacturing, or to promote flow. And the secondary use of this diluent may be used for provide better tablet property. improve a certain property or good property. In this may be improve cohesion property. And directly compression tablet, if you do not use a granulation technique and you require direct compress your excipient with a drug, in this condition use diluent and your drug and compress your tablets. For easy compression, you can use this diluent. And manufacturing and promote flow. In this condition, if you have overflow of your ingredient or excipient, to promote flow, you can also use this diluent. A diluent should have a following property: it should be non-toxic, do not show any side effects. They must be commercially available, acceptable weight. They are easily available and cost is also in acceptable range. They must be low in cost and they may physically inert, do not show any physical effect or physically inert. They must be physically and chemically stable themselves and in a combination with drug. Means these diluents are physically and chemically stable itself, and when you use in a combination, it do not show any problem. They are physical and chemical form are stable form, and they must be free from all microbial contamination. They do not get degrade or do not show any microbial contamination and free from microbes, and they do not alter the viability of the drug. Viability of the drug is also won't affect, and it should sufficient viability of the drug and the sufficient required effect at particular site. They must be color compatible. The color do not show any interaction between the drug and excipient, and it's a color compatible and easily compatible with all excipient, and during storage it shows stability with coloring agent. This is all requirement or property for your diluent. These are the example for the diluent, commonly used diluent. In this first is lactose anhydrous and spray dried lactose. Second is tightly compressed star RX 1500 diluent. Next is hydrolyzed starch embedded cellulose diluent. Next is microcrystalline cellulose adhesive pH 101 and pH 102. These are the grade of microcrystalline cellulose, and this is also known as adhesive. Fifth diluent is dibasic calcium phosphate dihydrate. And sixth is calcium sulfate dihydrate, seventh is menthol, eighth is sorbitol, and ninth is sucrose, sugar tab, diapac, Impart, and 10th is dextrose. This is all are the mostly used diluent. Other than these diluents, some other diluent is also available. But these diluents are majorly used, and you can use any type of the diluent according to the formulation. But you should assure or check the compatibility with your drug, or maybe use in a combination of these diluents. In this excipient part, second is binder and adhesive. Binder and adhesive are very important for compression or making a bond between all excipient and drug, and these kind of adhesive play important role in your tablet. These are the material either dry or in a wet form or to form the granules. Means these adhesive and binders are not necessary used in a dry form. Maybe you prepare solution or maybe use directly in a dry form. Means this is available in both dry and wet form, or maybe you can form a solution of this binder and adhesive. And these binder and adhesive may be used to make the granules or form the cohesive compact or tightly compressed tablet. Means these binder and adhesive are not only used for direct compression tablet but also used for granulation technique. And when you use wet granulation in this condition, you prepare a solution of this binder, or maybe in dry granulation, you use the dry form of this binder and adhesive to form the mask or compact mask. And direct compression, it is also used with the help of this binder and adhesive to directly compress your tablet. Example of this binder and adhesive is like acacia, tragacanth, and solution for 10 to 25%. And this mainly use certain derivatives of polymer or cellulose. In this cellulose derivative, like methyl cellulose, hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose, hydroxypropyl cellulose, and these are the cellulose derivative. Use this cellulose derivative or maybe certain form, but this amount is specific. Use a required amount of this binder and adhesive. Other than this, there is gelatin you also use. The percentage of gelatin is 10 to 20% solution you use. And the sucrose is 50% solution you use. Next is polyvinyl pyridine. This is also known as PVP. And the concentration of PVP is 2%. And next is starch paste, and this starch paste mainly required for wet granulation technique to form the wet mass of that pass through by the seam. And this starch paste concentration is 10 to 20%. Means in this you use a dry starch or powder starch and prepare the solution and 10 to 20% concentration. And these starch solution used for wet granulation for formulating or manufacturing of a granule. So before this, prepare compact mass and pass through this mass to a sieve and dry with granules. And after drying with the help of oven, you again reduce the particle size of these granules. Next in binder adhesive is sodium alginate. Sodium alginate is also used for as a binder adhesive. Next is sorbitol. These all are the example of binder and adhesive. You can use anyone according to type of the tablet or required effect of particular site, which site this tablet is released. Next is disintegrant. Disintegrant is also very important because without disintegrant, your tablet do not get disintegrate or break down into particles. For appropriate particle size, this disintegrant are very important, and disintegrant are added to the tablet formulation to facilitate its breaking or disintegration when in contact in water in the GIT. Means these disintegrating tablets prepare for means this disintegrating agent or excipient you use for breaking of your tablet or breaking of the tablet into fine particles or small particles. And when you add your tablet in the water or come contact with the GI fluid, it easily get break and break down into small particles with the help of this disintegrant. Example of this disintegrant is starch, and concentration of this starch is 5 to 20% of the tablet weight. And next is starch derivative. And starch derivative is example primosole, explotab, and concentration is 1 to 8%. Next disintegrant is color, clay. In clay is there a become HB, back to like 10%, and label color tablet only used in this clay. And next is cellulose. In cellulose derivative is also used. Example is agrisol. This is also known as sodium peroxide and cellulose. And next is alginate. Alginate is also act as a disintegrating agent. Next is PVP, polymer pyridine or cross-linked pyridine. These are the disintegrant or example of disintegrant, and maybe single excipient used for different purpose due to their specific property. So this maybe single excipient, you can see that different excipient or different classes of excipient. In excipient, there's a super disintegrant is also available. This super disintegrant mainly preparing for a tablet who have a fast disintegrating effect or require for emergency use and disintegrate within a seconds. So there are different disintegrant are used for this tablet, and this swell up of the tenfold within 30 seconds when contact with water. These super disintegrating tablets are fold or maybe swell up to 10 folds or more than 10 times compared to normal tablet due to this super disintegrating agent. And example of the super disintegrant is crosscarmellose-cross-linked cellulose, Crosspovidone, cross-linked povidone. In this mainly use polymers for super disintegrating agent. These are the polymers which easily disintegrate the tablet or swells too much fast, up to 10 folds than normal tablet within a second, and these cross-linked products swell within 30 seconds in contact with water, and portion of disintegrant is added before granulation and portion of before compression, and severe gradient or lubricant you can also use. Means this disintegrant are not used in a single time. For good effect or fast disintegrating effect, you use this disintegrant before and after compression, means before granulation or before compression. Next is a portion before compression, before compressing your tablet or all excipient. Diane punches, you can add the super disintegrant, means you can use in it twice before and after compression your tablet for better disintegration or super disintegration. And these super disintegrant also used as a lubricant and gradient, means improve flow property or enhance the flow property of the particles. Next is lubricant and gradient. Lubricant and gradient improve flow property or particle flow property. Lubricant are intended to prevent adhesion of the tablet material to the surface of the die and punches, and Means this lubricant and gradient have similar property, but there's a little bit changes between this lubricant and gradient. Lubricant are those excipient or those ingredient which prevent addition of the tablet material or prevent addition of the tablet between the dies and punches in tablet machine and reduce interparticle friction and may improve rate of flow of the tablet granulation. Means this lubricant and gradient improve flow property, but they improve flow property at different stages. Lubricant mainly used during compression, and with the help of this lubricant, the tablet reduce the interfacial tension or interparticle tension during compression between die and punches surface, or maybe prevent adhesion or improve flow property during granulation or during compression. Next, gradient are intended to promote flow property of the granules or powder material by reducing the friction between the particle. But gradient will also improve the flow property, but it promotes flow property during the granules or powder material. Means during formulation of the granules or when you adding all excipient, it improves flow property. Means gradient and lubricant are same, but the lubricant used during compression or after granulation to reduce the adhesion or interfacial tension or interparticle tension between die and punches. The gradient are used during granulation or when selection of excipient or powder to reduce the friction between the particle. An example of this lubricant and gradient is lubricant, stearic acid salt, stearic acid magnesium, stearate, talc, PG, that is polyethylene glycol, and sulfate. All are the example of a lubricant that is used for reduction of friction of the interparticle during dies and punches compression. Next is example of gradient. In gradient, we use cornstarch. Concentration is 5 to 10%. Talc is 5%. Silica is mainly a derivative. In this, we use colloidal silica such as capsule and celluloid. Aerosolely, concentration is 0.25 to 3% concentration gradient used, and this gradient help to improve the powder flow property or maybe used during granulation to reduce the particle-particle interaction or friction between the particle. This is all about lubricant and gradient. And next excipient is coloring agent. The coloring agent is not necessary for all formulation, or we do not use for all type of the formulation. It depends up to you or which type of tablet you formulate, and this coloring agent should be approved by a certain authorized regulatory body or given with certain specific pharmacopoeia, and it should be approved by FDA, FD&C and D C and Act. And the use of color and dye in the tablet has a three purpose. When you use this coloring agent, or which purpose you use this coloring agent? And the purpose of this coloring agent first is masking of color of the drug. If you got a drug having a bad color or not good color, or if you improve color of your tablet or making good appearance tablet, in this condition, use this coloring agent. Next is product identification, for identify the certain product or making uniqueness of your formulation of product. So you can use this coloring agent, which have a unique color compared to any other tablet. Next is production of more elegant product, more elegant or attractive product formulation. You also use this coloring agent. Next is all coloring agent must be approved and certified by FDA. Means without approval of FDA or given in FDA list, we do not use this coloring agent. Two forms of color are used in the tablet preparation. First is FD&C and D is D&C dye. These are the two types of the color that is used for the tablet formulation. And these dye are applied as a solution in the granulating agent. During granulating or maybe any other step, use this dye in a solution form. And these dye are mainly in a solution form. This is in a solution form, then it first prepare solution form, then you use this coloring agent, and lac and dye absorb in the hydrous oxide and got as a dry powder coloring. After employing this coloring agent or coating of this coloring agent, your tablet form dry powder coloring, or it can show appearance on your tablet due to the absorption of dye on your tablet. Example of this coloring agent which are approved color in this FD&C, yellow 6 sunset yellow, and FD&C yellow, 5-tartrazine, FD&C green, 3-fast green, and FD&C blue 1, brilliant blue, FD&C blue 2, indigo carbamide. These are the approved coloring agent. Use any one of the coloring agent or maybe a combination of coloring agent. Other than this, you don't use any coloring agent according to your choice. This coloring agent should be approved by FDA or given in a certain specific book. Without this, you do not use. If you use, then maybe chances that your tablet gets rejected or shows certain stability problem or maybe contaminated easily. Next is flavoring agent. Flavoring agent is also used for certain tablets which may be improve taste or prepare for small children formulation. And this tablet flavoring agent mainly used for chewable tablet, or you add certain flavor oil to improve the flavor of tablet. And if you are using this chewable tablet or formulate this chewable tablet, it's difficult to chew the tablet with bitter taste or bad odor. In this condition, to overcome this problem or improve the flavor of the tablet or take more easily, maybe other than the children. In this condition, improve the flavor and use certain flavoring oil. Or these flavors is also approved by FDA and given in a specific book. Do not use your own choice this flavor. And you assure that this flavoring agent do not affect your formulation. It should be compatible and stable with the formulation and with your individual excipient and drug. Next, last excipient is sweetening agent. Sweetening agent is also not necessary to use all tablets, but if you prepare chewable tablet or overcome bad taste or maybe prepare some good taste and tablet, in such condition use sweetening agent. This amount is specific. Should have a specific concentration and even in a FDA approval list. In this chewable tablet, first use sweetening agent sugar or mannitol. This is largely used sugar and mannitol. Other than in sugar and mannitol, there is different sweetening agent is also available like saccharin, saccharin artificial. This is a 500 times more sweeter than sucrose. And suppose you use this saccharin artificial. It requires very little amount because it's too much sweet, approximately 500 and more sweeter than sucrose. But disadvantages of this saccharin is bitter aftertaste and carcinogenic. It's a side effect of this saccharin. So avoid this saccharin because it may be show certain bitter taste after use or after certain period of a time, or it's a carcinogenic causing cancer. And next is aspartame. Artificial. Disadvantages of aspartame is the lack of stability in presence of moisture. If you store your formulation in improper moisture condition or maybe there are certain moisture, in this condition there is a chance that it will degrade or change the stability due to presence of this sweetening agent or presence of aspartame. So mainly used sweetening agent is mannitol and sugar. These have a good property and less side effect or disadvantages, and remaining also good, but there are certain drawback or disadvantages. And use the sweetening agent according to required amount or specific amount. This is all about sweetening agent, and this sweetening agent may be used for chewable type of the tablet. After this complete topic, you should know about the certain basic outcome or learning outcome. In this was the definition of the tablet. What is the tablet? In this, you should know about the tablet is a oral solid dosage form and is available in a various form and it's biconvex on slide test tablet, or there's a different tablet are available and you formulate your tablet according to the requirement type. Next is disadvantages and advantages of the tablet. Comparison between different type of the tablet and what is the advantages and disadvantages of the tablet. Tablet is overall good compared to any other formulation. It's largely manufactured and its cost is also less compared to other formulation. Nutrient person is required as well, easily to take route of administration is also appropriate. But certain disadvantages of this tablet, like small children or unconscious patient are not take this tablet, but or the certain tablet have a bad odor or taste. In this condition, you use this tablet is not in a proper way or do not take easily. Only limited amount of disadvantages. Otherwise, overall tablet is good, and it's largely used in market. Next is classification of the tablet. In classification, we already see different type of classification depending on the requirement. Maybe it's a sustained release, controlled release, or maybe effect required on stomach or intestine, or maybe go to a tablet according to requirements of the coating, maybe enteric coating or sustained release tablet. This type of the tablet, feeble tablets, sublingual tablet. So, all this classification of the tablet according to their advantages and disadvantages of purpose why you select this particular type of the tablet. Next is excipient used in the tablet. Different excipients are available in tablet manufacturing. So in this excipient, you should know all this type of excipient and why this excipient is used with a concentration or alternate excipient if this is not appropriate or showing certain interaction or side effect with your drug or maybe not compatible with your drug. So all excipient you know about the tablet, and if there is a certain problem like don't have sufficient weight or don't have good flow property, so they in this condition which excipient you use or which type of excipient is appropriate and how much amount of excipient you use. All this information about the excipient you know. Then after this outcome, reference part. In reference part, first is pharmaceutical reformulation, the physicochemical property perception by James Idle, Ellis, Howard's Limited Publishers, Chemistry, Ansel Pharmaceutical Dosage from Drug Delivery System, 8th edition by Lloyd B. Elliott, Nicholas G. Popovich, Howard C. Ansel, published by BI Publication Pvt Limited. Third is pharmaceutical reformulation by J.T. Artisan, published by Technical Publishing Co. Textbook of Physical Pharmaceutics by C.B.C. Subramanian, published by Vallabh Prakashan. In this, a complete tablet is already available. Next, fifth is theory and practice of industrial pharmacy by Leon and Lackman, Happels, Lieberman, Johnson, third edition, published by Paris Publishing House. And this book is also good for the tablet topic. And Martin, Physical Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Science, fifth edition by Patrick J. Simcoe, published by Liverpool, William. And this book also is tablet completely are available. And the seventh reference is pharmaceutical dosage form tablet 1 volume, edited by Happels, Lieberman, Leon, and Lackman, published by Marshall Matthew, or this book also. You can use any one book for this particular topic or for the tablet, or maybe in a combination of different books for your requirement. After this reference part, question, after completing this topic of tablet, introduction, excipient, classification, advantages and disadvantages of tablet, you can easily solve this question or all this answer of this question. In this question part, first question is tablet was defined as a popular solid dosage form containing with suspension, without suspension, C option with or without excipient, or this only excipient. In this, you explain that how tablet is defined, or tablet is a complex solid dosage form containing which option A, B, C. And the second question is sustained release product or tablet are prepared by polymer and coating. B is sugar coating, C is taste change, D is alcohol solution. In this, you know about what is sustained release tablet and how to prepare, and select any one option out of A, B, C, D. Next, third question is all oral solid dosage forms show greatest chemical and microbiological stability, more impurity, more administration problem, more irritation. Means if you're preparing oral solid dosage form, which one is more appropriate out of ABCD, and you know about what is oral dosage form, the advantages and disadvantages. If you know this information, then you easily answer this question. Fourth question is drug that are sensitive to oxygen may require A option is encapsulation or coating, B is bitter binder, C is diluent, D is sugar coating. Means your drug is sensitive to oxygen or easily degrade due to presence of oxygen. In this condition, which requirement is necessary out of this ABCD option? You will report or improve certain excipient or enhance or change certain excipient, which select out of this 4 option and one correct option. Next, fifth question is lubricants are intended to prevent adhesion or reduce the friction of the tablet material to the surface. In this, you know about what is lubricant and why this lubricant is used and how it shows the mechanism or reduce the friction. In this, A option is dye and pinches, These reduce interparticle friction and may improve the rate of flow of the tablet granulation. C option is promote flow of granules or powder material by reducing the friction between the particles. And the option is a dye punches as well as inner particle friction to improve the flow rate of the tablet granulation. So out of this ABCD option, you select any one option which is suitable for lubricant. And in sixth question, source of starch are except potato, corn, tomato, and we can this to select any incorrect option or any one option out of ABCD through which starch is not produced or that is not source of starch. Next, seventh question is microcrystalline cellulose is also known as. The option is HPMC, that is hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose. B is CMC, carboxymethyl cellulose. C option is PVP, PVC, polyvinyl carbonyl, and D option is FSL. Means you know about what is microcrystalline cellulose and another name or synonym of this microcrystalline cellulose. According to the synonym, select out of ABCD option. And eighth question is powder flow can be improved mechanically by the use of evaporator. B is blender, C is mixture, and D is all mentioned. In this, how you improve powder flow property by mechanically without any excipient. So you use any type of equipment. In this, you select appropriate excipient, appropriate equipment. The next ninth question is that in this, you know about what is modified release tablet and how you prepare or how you compress modified release tablet. In this condition, select any one option out of this ABCD. First is the delay release tablet. B is release in intestinal. C is release in kidney. D is intestine and delay both type of the release tablet. Means why you prepare this modified tablet and where it gets released or how it should the effect. In this, you differentiate any one option is out of ABC according to compression tablet or according to appropriate option. This is all regarding question part. Know this all question answer if you prepare good of this tablet topic. So thank you so much for watching and listening this video. Thank you so much everyone.